Welcome back to Foot and Mouth. Is the league over? Please let me know in the comments below. Is the league over? Because this is a serious question that is being asked online, and I'm curious to know your thoughts. I'm going to share mine on this episode today because we're about to move into match week 6 of the Premier League, and I'm wondering, like, what's the point then? Before we get on to match week 6 business and also 007 watch, this is now or never for some of these players. All eyes on Benjamin Sesko and Florian Wirtz. Both players have pretty tough fixtures this weekend to make it happen. Do you guys pay much attention to the 007 accusations as well? I don't think it make or breaks a player, but it is, a little bit worrying when a player that costs massive amounts of money makes it 7 games in without delivering a goal or assist yet. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Who's gonna take it? We have to kind of start off by speaking about the week of football we've already had leading up to this Premier League game week, and that is the Carabao Cup. Pretty straightforward. No shock upsets this time around, no Grimsby. We came a little bit close with Chelsea and even with Southampton, I would say, but it wasn't meant to be this time around. And some straightforward wins last night for the big clubs especially. Arsenal maybe would have liked to win by a little bit more, but I guess not everybody can be Brighton and win 6-0. Arsenal, Man City, Spurs, Newcastle, professional wins all around, and I guess less rotation than I was expecting from all the clubs, especially considering that some fixtures this weekend are pretty big and they're gonna be quite demanding. So I was expecting a bit more rotation, but what matters was that the clubs got wins. The next round of the competition has already been drawn, and it set up some interesting fixtures. But yeah, we got to start with a look at this round first, and there was something that I think was highlighted for me in the Arsenal game. Port Vale away, we won 2-0. Something that came to my attention is that our big problem is still at left wing. We saw Gabriel Martinelli start, and I have come to accept and realize now that he, much like Leandro Trossard, is best suited as, I'll say what Mikel Arteta said, as a finisher. I don't think either of these players are at all good enough when starting. I don't know what it is, but for some reason, when either of them starts, they just lose all of the magic that they have when they come on from the bench. I'm wondering how much of a problem this is going to be for Arsenal going forward. I can't lie. It's going to be an easy job for Eze to lock that spot down. But this is also why I was 100% open to the idea of Bukayo Saka moving out left and Matchweek holding down the right spot, because Saka on the left I think will be just as lethal, if not more lethal, maybe. And I think Eze is just made to play down the middle. He played down the middle against Port Vale, got his first goal for Arsenal. Such an Arsenal goal, by the way. If you see this goal, it's a goal that only Arsenal will score. All the passes leading up to it, the feint from Miles Lewis Kelly to set Eze up, and even the neat, understated finish. It was just an absolute Arsenal goal. And yeah, Eze's opened his account with Arsenal now, so it's trouble for everyone. He's got a couple assists under his belt now. He's got a goal to add to it. I think he's had an amazing start to his Arsenal career. It's just unfortunate that Matchweek he also had a good start. It's going to have to go on pause now because of this injury. But yeah, like last night really highlighted the problems at left wing for Arsenal. And I hope, I'm always open to being proved wrong, I hope that come this weekend, because I'm very sure that one of them is going to be played out wide again. I hope that they can prove me wrong. We are going to need that left wing to come up with a few more ideas. Everything is still running down the right, and as long as that's the case, teams can better prepare for us. You know what I mean? No one feels the need to really double up on Martinelli like they do on Bukayo Saka. Matchweek played like 2 games for us and he was already getting the Saka treatment. So that left side of the pitch, whether it's Trossard or Martinelli starting, if they are starting, they just seem so ineffective. Maybe I'm being dramatic about this, I don't know. But yeah, that was the one concern from the Port Vale game for me. Clean sheet for Kepa on his debut, it's always good to see. I like what I saw. The players that rotated in did a job. Norgard got his debut as well. And I think the players that we needed to rest for this weekend got enough of a rest. Saka did have a little bit of an injury scare, but he seemed fine, came off early too. And we'll need him to be fine for this weekend's fixture, because it is Arsenal going to St. James Park. It's a ground that we never have any joy at. And Newcastle also had a big win of their own coming into this. Again, less rotation than I'd expected from them, but I guess it is early in the season. These players still have more than enough in the tank to play a run of games. What's interesting to me from this round of the Carabao Cup is the fixtures that it's set up for in the next round. These games start on the 27th of October, the week of the 27th of October. These are the fixtures for the next round. I'll put them on screen. Let me know what you guys think of the Carabao Cup games that we saw this week. Have you got a favorite for them? Do you think that Arne Slot is going to keep pushing it? You know, Liverpool always in for a quadruple. Is this another one of those years? Or and how would you feel if you see your club bow out of the competition? I like to see Arsenal go the distance. Arsenal could do with another trophy. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on the Carabao Cup. And moving on to Premier League business. And the big question, is the league already over? The quick and simple answer is obviously no. We are only 6 games in now. After this weekend, 6 games officially will have been played. We're only 6 games into the season. I know that Liverpool have a 5-point lead, but it is ridiculous to think that over the next 32 games, Liverpool are not going to drop points. And I think that over the next 3 games, Liverpool are going to drop points. I 100% expect them. Maybe they won't lose, but I think they'll absolutely drop points. And the reason why I think that is because they've got quite a tough run of games. Meanwhile, Arsenal have the inverse. Arsenal had the much harder start to the season than Liverpool. I'm not saying Liverpool had any easy games. I don't think there are any easy games in the Premier League, but I do think that Arsenal have had the tougher set of games. Gets a bit easier for Arsenal going forward in the next 3-4 games, and for Liverpool, it's the inverse. You know, this weekend, Liverpool have Crystal Palace away. That's tough. Selhurst Park is a tough ground for any club to go to. After that, they are away to Galatasaray. Galatasaray away can be tough. That's a tough ground to go to. After that, it's Chelsea away. Chelsea away, Stamford Bridge. That's a tough ground to go to. After that, Manchester United at Anfield. Okay, so that's their win in the waiting. I think over the course of those games, they are going to be tested and they are going to be working hard, and you know, fatigue sets in. I'm not saying that anybody's going to get injured, obviously, but you know, there's mental fatigue, there's physical fatigue. You're going to have to rotate where you can. Not a lot of opportunity to rotate in these next few games. So I 100% expect Liverpool to drop points in the next few games. You can let me know in the comments below if you don't think that's the case, but I absolutely see points being dropped. I'm looking at that Stamford Bridge game in particular. Both teams are going to go there with must-win attitudes. That's at least a draw. My thoughts on the matter, the league is not over. Look at Arsenal's run of games after the Newcastle game, which is a very tough game, to be fair. We're playing Olympiacos at home, then we're playing West Ham at home, then we're playing Fulham away. We aren't doing really any traveling, and we're staying in London for the most part. You know, West Ham's at home already. Fulham is still in London. So Arsenal not doing any traveling. Liverpool pretty much going away. They're going to Turkey. They're going to London. People always say it's in the fine margins. I think things like that can make a difference for sides. And yeah, I think Arsenal are set to have a decent run of games. Liverpool set to drop some points. And for Liverpool, I think that those drop points start this weekend against Crystal Palace. Like I said, I think it's a tough ground to go to. And I am expecting Liverpool to drop points here. I am holding out for a 1-1. I think that Crystal Palace are going to really give themselves a chance. I think Hugo Ekitike may be a big miss for Liverpool this weekend. He's obviously suspended after he's sending off in the Carabao Cup. Very stupid red card that he got. I don't know why you're celebrating that hard for a Carabao Cup goal. But at the same time, you know, go off. I guess, yeah, it's another goal for you, Sailor. I just think it was stupid to get yourself a second yellow card for taking your shirt off in the celebrations. You could have been a little bit more deserved there is all. And yeah, I think he'll be a big miss for Liverpool this weekend. I think Alexander Isak obviously opened his account with Liverpool, so he's going to be leading the line. They're not really going to feel Ekitike's absence from the start. I just think as the game goes on and you're looking for someone to bring on from the bench, you don't have that option now. So yeah, I think that Crystal Palace can frustrate Liverpool at home especially. I think they will, and I'm speaking a 1-1 into existence here. I need them to drop points, especially this weekend, because I think there's a big chance that Arsenal could too. Although for Arsenal, I am not at all expecting drop points this weekend. I'm expecting a win. This is one of those things where people have expectations of Arteta. I expect Arteta to get over the St. James hurdle now. Newcastle have had our number for too many seasons since Arteta has come in, and sometimes it hasn't even been like justified or warranted, because Arsenal have played the better football and Newcastle have just been playing filthy football and getting away with like horrible fouls. And I don't think that this can keep happening. I think that Arteta has no excuse but to get a win against them now. We are chasing a title. This is the type of game that you have to absolutely win if you want to win a title. You know, we saw Liverpool go here earlier in the season, and when Newcastle went down a man, they still gave Liverpool a game, so they can be tough here. But I'm saying that Arsenal are the better side. Arsenal have to show it on the day, and I think they are going to do it. I think Arsenal are going to win this one. It's going to be tight, but I'm going to go with Arsenal winning this 2-1. I'd love to see Eze start on the left. I absolutely would. I think we'll probably get the exact same midfield. The midfield that a lot of Arsenal fans have been frustrated with seeing, which is Zubomendi, Declan Rice, and Mikel Merino. Martin Odegaard is fit, so I would 100% start Martin Odegaard over Mikel Merino, but this is one of those games where I think that this bland, physical, controlling midfield makes all the sense in the world. Newcastle are physical. They are going to bully in the middle of the park, and I think that you don't bully those three at Arsenal. I think this time it would be understandable. Although I'd like to see Mikel Arteta be able to play, but like I say, I think he should absolutely play for the win here. So I think you go in at this hard 0 to 100 first half, you kill it off in the first half, and then you slow things down and control it in the second half. If he does that, that obviously remains to be seen. But yeah, I am optimistic of Arsenal getting a win. Yeah, I'm going to say 2-1 Arsenal. Chelsea versus Brighton at home. Chelsea been quite shaky lately, and their performance against Lincoln especially was just a fresh reminder of how shaky things really are at that club. I always give them a chance at Stamford Bridge. Brighton are very much the epitome of like a flip-flop. 1 week they look good, 1 week they just look terrible. I really hoped to see an upset here. I was banking on Brighton getting an upset here, but the more I think about this game, the more I'm kind of switching up, and I'm leaning towards a Chelsea win. And I think I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to go with the Chelsea win here, 2-0. You'll probably see something from Cole Palmer. Manchester United have an interesting one here because they're playing against Brentford away. And this is a massive opportunity for Manchester United to get back-to-back Premier League wins because Brentford have looked terrible lately. I think that Brentford will come right as the season goes on, but pretty fortunate timing for United to play against them now. Maybe it's unfortunate timing because the players are going to be aware of how they need to step things up as well, and this may be the game that they choose to do it in. Benjamin Sesko needs a goal or assist in this game. Same goes for Wirtz in the Palace game. I didn't touch on it then, but I'll get onto my 007 selection at the end of this. I think the fact that Cunha is back in this United team really is a boost. They haven't played any Carabao Cup football this week. We know why. So they'll be fresh. They'll be ready for this game, which helps them. And I am, again, going to go against my better judgment here. But although I did do that for the Man United Chelsea game, and it worked out for me, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go against my better judgment. I'm going to back Manchester United for a win here. I think Man United will get a decent win, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 Manchester United win. I think Cunha and Mbeumo, the two of them are scary. The more they play together, the better they're going to look. This is another opportunity to have a look at them, and I think that they can really punish this Brentford side. But I don't think that Benjamin Sesko will get on the score sheet. And for the 007, I'm honestly thinking we're going to see a double. I genuinely don't see Wirtz doing anything in the Palace game as well. Goals or assist wise, he'll probably contribute in other ways. But yeah, I don't see him getting on the score sheet. I don't see Sesko getting on the score sheet against Brentford. I think Brentford will make it very tough for him, as has every club. And yeah, I think it's going to be a double up of 007 this season. Let me know what you guys think. And then just to quickly round up my predictions for the rest of the fixtures, I'm going with a Leeds versus Bournemouth. I'm going 2-1 Bournemouth. Man City at home to Burnley. I'm going 3-0 City. Nottingham Forest at home to Sunderland. I'm going 1-1. Tottenham versus Wolves. I'm going 2-1 Spurs, unfortunately. Aston Villa versus Fulham. I think Villa are finally going to get their win here. I'm going 2-1 Villa. Everton at home to West Ham. I think that this is one of Graham Potter's last games in charge, and Everton are going to win this one 3-1. That about does it for this episode. Thank you guys as always for watching. Let me know in the comments below your predictions for this weekend's fixtures. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more content. I'll catch you in the next one.